Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. In today's video update here for Cardano, we are trading at 0.3233. 24-hour volume, we're down 40%, and market cap, we are down 0.20%. So I'm going to be going over some resistance, some support areas, but most importantly, the momentum, because as we are looking at immediate short term for 1 hour, we do have a five-way sequence in this ascending triangle. Now, ascending triangles, the entryway can come in either point, in a downwards point or an upwards point itself. In this case, we have it as a downwards point. Typically, the breakout would occur in an uptrend roughly around 63% of the time, but we would be finding it in the fifth correction wave up to the resistance level. So one of the things here that we want to take a look at is the pressure of our candlesticks. And if we take a look at the coming in, we had these candlesticks coming closer to the bottom of the first trend line, coming up to the very top. As we progress into our correction waves, we can see how long the volatility is, or how big the volatility based on the candlestick wicks that we're getting. So there's a lot of action that is happening in the last couple of hours, dated back on Wednesday, so just yesterday. If we take a look at this touch at the very bottom here, we can see how big the candlesticks actually became closer to the bottom of our support line. So that for me is an alarm bell. That for me is a warning already that the pressure itself may come and actually penetrate or actually slice right through our support line itself. And the other factors here are actually showing me a lot of bearish signs too. So let's open up the RSI at the very top here, and we can see that it failed to rally on the uptrend. So what I mean here is we can see the blue line, which is our K line, failed to go above our D line itself. When we see that crossover, it initiates that buy opportunity. And if it's paired with the momentum of our MACD indicator, then it will break out in an uptrend. However, it did fail to actually signal that buy opportunity. If we had that, then we would have seen this candlestick come up and retest that resistance line. However, what we saw at that prime point, when we saw the K line coming up to the D line, we actually lost momentum. So momentum here from our MACD line, we can see that the lines itself was dissipating. They were getting smaller, most importantly the color as well. So we are losing momentum on the 1 hour time frame. Let's switch over to the 2 hour time frame. So what we see on the RSI at the very top is that we are considered overbought here. So if we can see, the K line is past the 80% all the way up to the 87%, crossed below the D line, so initiated that sell opportunity. And if we pair it up with the last previous action, that was the last time we touched at our correction 5, coming down to retest our area of support. Now, one of the things here that we could anticipate is the colors of our momentum switching over. So we can see that we are in a bearish momentum going into possibly a green momentum. And if we do see that crossover, again, retesting the area of resistance, we may see a nice correction on the upside. So we may see that pullback coming up, depending on how big that momentum does occur. If it does happen in our MACD indicator, then we may close above the resistance line. Let's take a look quickly on the 4 hour time frame. We can see 4 hour time frame, we are losing momentum on our MACD line, but our RSI triggered that sell opportunity in the last candlestick that we see from here. So we can see the candlestick from there. And again, when we take a look at how long these candlestick wicks at the very bottom here, it just triggers more selling phases, selling that we are going to be predicting in the future, as we saw in these last 3 candlestick coming up to the resistance level, anticipated that long, big red candle. So I mean, if we were to hold into the 1 hour time frame and hold more histograms of our MACD indicator, then we're most likely coming up to retest the resistance line here. In terms of areas of support, if I do toggle out, we are looking at our retracement level at 23% at 31.45. We have a few instances here on in 1 hour time frame where the candlesticks came down to an area of support. So we may break this area of our trend line and then coming back here down again, depending again the momentum that we're seeing on our MACD indicator. So those are the things that I'm seeing on the chart here for Cardano. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.